What's up guys, my name is Dagnyrae and today is a very special day for me. Today is the birthday of one of my very best friends. And the reason why it's such a special day is because this friend actually passed away about 3.5 years ago. On her birthdays and the anniversaries of her death, I like to do something special, and because now I have this platform, I decided that I wanted to share her story. Her name was Karina. And Karina and I were inseparable in grade school. We'd had sleepovers all the time, we'd play video games late into the night, we'd fangirl over books like the Warrior series. Yeah, we were nerds. We just spent tons of time together. And when we were 10, she was diagnosed with a really deadly recurring cancer called alveolar soft part sarcoma. This cancer is so rare that only 100 people in the US are diagnosed with it per year. Doctors said that she only had about 6 months to live. At the time, I didn't know that. I just knew she had this thing, you know, this illness. And she would get shipped off to Germany every once in a while for laser surgery on her lungs, for open heart surgery, stuff like that. She would be gone almost every weekend for chemotherapy in California. I never knew the details of it. I just knew she had an illness. But if I hadn't known she had that illness, I would have never guessed. She was strong, she was robust, she was sassy, she was really clever, witty, intelligent. She was an amazing person. She was also a walking, talking miracle because she didn't just live for 6 months. She lived for 7 more years. And during those 7 years, she did these amazing things. She wrote a lot of fan fiction, and she had over 100,000 followers. She served on the government. She created anime characters for video games. She just touched the lives of so many people. She did this all without ever complaining. She passed away when we were 17, and it was pretty sudden. At least it felt sudden to me because I wasn't in on all the information. But she's in heaven now. And yeah, I do miss her, but I count it as a blessing that I knew her. That cancer is so rare that it is incredibly rare just to know someone with that, and to know someone as intimately as I knew her. That's amazing. I am honored to have been her friend. And because we ended up going to different schools, we didn't see each other in person all that much, but we kept in contact over Facebook all the time. And I learned after her passing that she was scared, and that breaks my heart to hear. But it doesn't change my view of her at all. It doesn't change how strong she was, how incredibly strong, how brave, how wonderful of a person she was. I mentioned in one of my earlier videos that I wrote a book called The Precious Saints. That's actually a compilation of a bunch of writings about cancer that I did for my senior project. And it has a lot of her writings in it. As I said, she wrote fan fiction, and she wrote from the perspective of Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow. So she put her cancer and all of that into this strong character, and I think that embodies who she is. She was a strong, brave, kick-ass person. And underneath that, she was scared, and that doesn't take away from her fearlessness at all. I had to stop recording because, first of all, I started crying. Second of all, I realized that at the start of this vlog, I wanted to make this all about Karina, but I started making it about me and my reaction to her death. And I don't really know where to go from here because, thinking about it, I feel so connected with her life that how could I talk about her without talking about me? In that little pause between recordings, I looked her up on her website. I realized I hadn't even gone on there because at the time of her death, I was already thinking about her so much that I didn't want to think about her anymore. There was so much of her. And then I think I blocked it. I made myself forget, and I went on there, and there's texts and emails from her. You probably can't see it, but just seeing things that she wrote, little correspondences with her parents. Like, I didn't know that. It's been 3.5 years. She would have been 21 today, and I feel bad for not knowing this was here. I think about her every day, not even in like a grieving sense, but I brag about her. I say, like, I knew this person. I knew this really cool person, and yet I don't know how much I really remember of her. And I feel horrible about that, and I know I shouldn't. As I said earlier, I didn't know a lot of the details about her illness until after she died. Honestly, I was angry that I didn't know. I would have made a much bigger effort to see her in person than I did. I didn't know she was dying. I knew that best case scenario she would live to be about like 30 or 40, but I didn't know how urgent it was. But anyway, the important part is that her mom told me that Karina specifically didn't want me to know some of these things because she didn't want me to worry, because she loved me so much. Even if I had known during her life, I would have never seen her differently. I would never see her as anything other than brave, strong, selfless. I truly, honestly wish that I had known, but that's what Karina wanted. And how could I not respect that? And also, she was a lot more mature than I was, so it's probably for the best that she decided that. But I am honored to carry on her legacy. As I said, we were both writers, and we are actually both dyslexic. And after her passing, her mom founded the Karina Eide Young Writers Award. A mutual friend of hers told me after Karina's passing that I carry with me a little piece of Karina. I frequently go by Dags, and Karina actually was the one who started calling me that, and since I carry with me a little piece of Karina, sometimes I just say call me Dags. Even in the book I'm currently working on, there's a character based completely on Karina. I can't carry on her legacy enough. I can't feel honored enough to have known her. She touched the lives of so many people, and again, I miss her, but I count it as a blessing. So yeah, that's Karina's story. I'll include the links to the website about her, to her fan fiction if I can find it, to the Young Dyslexic Writers Award. Please do check it out. I can't talk about her enough. I would love more people to know her story. If you have a story like this, talk about it, write about it, treasure your friends, take pictures. Don't let these moments slip by you because you don't know how precious they are until they're gone. And that sounds so depressing, but I've learned so many things just from knowing Karina, and that's one of the most important lessons is don't let those moments slip by you. Savor them. Remember them. They are so precious. Tell people you love them. It's so important. This was kind of a downer vlog. Sorry about that, but if you made it this far through all my tears and blabbing, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Have a phenomenal day. Bye, guys.